The Liberty University wrestling team is headed back down to Allen, Texas to compete for their third consecutive national championship win, taking place March 12th through the 14th. For the Flames men's team, 19 wrestlers will be competing for that championship win. On the women's end, the entire Liberty women's wrestling team qualified for nationals and hopes to place within the top 5 within the NCAA.
And joining me today is the head coach of Liberty Wrestling, Jesse Castro. Jesse, thanks for sitting down with me today.
Thanks for having me, Hayden.
So you guys have had just a fantastic year. I could go on and on about the accolades of Liberty Wrestling, but the season is now coming to an end. It's almost time to head down to nationals in Allen, Texas. How are the guys feeling? How are the girls feeling? Are they preparing? And what are some of the things they're looking at doing this week to prepare for these matchups?
Well, let me start with the girls because this is the first time for the entire team, the female team, to come to the national tournament. So we're excited about that. This is a precedent for them. They've been training hard all year long for this. And so for them to have the opportunity to compete on the national level as a team, they're ready to go. You know, Reese and Kendall and Coach Josh have done a great job in preparing them, and I'm looking forward to see how they perform out there. As far as the guys, we have been there before, so this is commonplace in a sense, but in one sense it's commonplace, but in another sense it's not, because there's always the unexpected hidden when you come to a national tournament year to year. But as far as them being ready, I believe they are. They have been working consistently hard, but at the same time nursing injuries, and at this point we're just mentally getting them prepared for what lies ahead.
When you look back on a season like the season you guys have had this year, and even last year with 5 national champions, and 2 of which coming from the women and 5 men, it's kind of hard to get out of that mindset of, oh, we're here again, we're ultimately going to do this again. How do you keep your wrestlers in the mindset of you need to view every single match as its own match and go in prepared for whatever you're going to expect? Don't overthink everything.
Absolutely, and that's a pretty good observation on your part, by the way. That starts on day 1. It starts in August when we first come here, and it has to be reinforced constantly that we wrestle to the level of our ability, not to the level of our opponent's ability. And what we try to instill in them is, like you said, every match is different. It's filled with unexpected results, whether it be a bad referee call or whatever. But we have to maintain our head and trust our training. And I think that with these guys being there before, the confidence is there, but we are battling just the fact that when you're over at a national tournament, there's a tendency to either tighten up or to lose sight in the goal.
Well, as everyone knows, wrestling is a full-body sport, but for you and your team, it's not just giving your all with your body. It is a mental, it is a nutrition, it's everything in between. And for 3 days, your guys are going to have to keep that mindset ready to go. And what's something you instill in them to not only have the strength for their bodies to do this, but the mental toughness, because that ultimately is such a big factor when it comes to getting on the mat?
Sure. Well, our key verse for this year has been Romans 12:1. Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. And again, this stems back to August when we first started. We've been trying to inundate these guys, for lack of a better term, of a positive outlook on their training, and also in terms of not being process-oriented, but enjoy the journey, enjoy the training. And I think that this year they have bought into that, and in changing their mindset, that transformation of mind is very important right now, because the results of this tournament is not going to define them, whether they win or whether they lose. I mean, they're still loved. God loves them. Their family loves them, and any kind of achievement that they acquire there, it rusts. So we try to keep that in perspective.
With the ladies team this year, Coach, this is the biggest group of ladies that's actually going down with you guys to nationals to see that type of competition. And I know Kendall and Reese and Coach Josh have put so much training into these girls, and they've puts a lot of time on the mats and have learned so much. So talk about just having that great class of women wrestlers go and what that means ultimately for the program.
Sure. Yeah, you said it. This is the first time that the entire team is going. And let me just say that Josh McElhenney, my grad assistant, is doing a terrific job in leading the way there with good leadership from Reese and Kendall, two returning national champions. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how they perform, because most of them, I say most of them, I'm talking 80% of them, have never wrestled in high school. You know, only Reese and Kendall have. And so they're developing. They're at the embryonic stage, if you will, of developing their wrestling skills. And they're going to be competing at a probably a little higher level. But I think that their training is going to kick in, and they're showing heart. And I think that we can expect the team to wrestle hard and not give an inch, because they're going to be trained and prepared, and so now it's just a matter of experience. And so this is kind of a building block for us, honestly, because this is the first time the whole team's been there, and so I think that next time the team goes, they're going to perform even better, and we're in the impetus stage of building our women's program.
Well, Coach, I know you and I are both so very excited for what the team has going forward for both the men and the women, and I know you guys are going to put on a great showing down in Allen, Texas, and I definitely hope to see you guys bring home another national championship, and I know you are definitely looking forward to that. But as always, thanks for joining me today, and we can't wait to see what happens in Allen, Texas.
Thank you.